Welcome back everyone. If you're new here, I'm Hussam Al-Rayes, a web developer. In the last lesson, we talked about WordPress and servers. This lesson, we'll continue the WordPress course. To start working with WordPress, we need to get hosting. The first thing we'll do is visit Hostinger. I'll leave a link below the video. This link allows us to get some excellent discounts. Pause a discount that reaches an additional 20%. Pause beyond the discount that Hostinger itself is offering. I will open this link directly right away. Hostinger is one of the most distinguished companies providing website hosting services. If we go here to their services, we'll find their top 3 offerings. The first service is web hosting. The second service is cloud hosting, and the third service is VPS hosting. Web hosting is a shared website hosting service, which essentially means it's a server. And this server, as we've already explained, is a computer device with its own processor and RAM. But several websites on the same server are all utilizing the server's resources. This implies that if, for example, one website is under significant visitor pressure, other websites could potentially be affected by the high traffic on that specific site. And so stains and nails fire something. And that's why we refer to it as shared hosting. You have your own separate account, but the server itself is utilized by multiple accounts, or the server's resources are used by several accounts. Cloud hosting is precisely the same concept as shared, but it's not actually shared. This means your Hostinger account is provided with dedicated resources that are not shared with any other account on Hostinger. This directly affects your website's speed, and as a result, the performance is significantly improved. Now, regarding VPS hosting, that is a completely dedicated hosting solution, which comes with different applications and a distinct control panel. Its application include websites as well as specialized programs. These programs can be used for automation, for example, by downloading the N8N application. This allows us to create a workflow or an automation that performs tasks automatically. And naturally, this is not the sole application. There are many applications that can be utilized on this server. However, I am speaking about the applications that we might later use and demonstrate. Consequently, we will be using this VPS in the future. But currently, we will be using web hosting. And if you observe, you'll notice there's an option specifically for WordPress here. However, web hosting is much more comprehensive, meaning it encompasses WordPress and many other types of websites. So, I'm going to proceed by selecting web hosting. For the next step, if I scroll down a bit, I'll find 3 different plans listed here. The first plan is premium and the second plan is business. The difference between premium and business is in the price and the features. So with premium, you can create up to 3 websites, but with business, you can create up to 50 websites. With premium, you get 20 gigabytes of space, but with business, you get up to 50 gigabytes. With the premium plan, you're allocated 2 business emails, whereas with the business plan, you're allowed up to 5. So you can certainly opt for premium, but you should be aware that the resources provided with premium are a bit less. For example, if premium offers 1 gigabyte of RAM and 1 processor core, you'll find that business provides 1 gigabyte of RAM but 1.5 processor cores. If you still wish to select the premium plan, you have complete freedom to do so. But I prefer the business option in the long term because it gives me better overall performance. So I will choose the business and then I'll click here on the plan selection button. I'll scroll down a little bit to see my full invoice. Here, I'm selecting the specific duration that I need. I have the option to choose 12 months or 24 or even 48. 48 months here, this is truly the best deal one could possibly choose because in the long term, it proves to be much cheaper and offers significantly greater savings. And just so you're aware, this particular plan also includes a completely free domain. Now that I'm finished with that, I'll click here to continue and proceed with purchasing my hosting. After that, we'll get this page. We need to create an account here on Hostinger to complete the payment process. So I'll enter my email address and a password here, then click the register button. Then it will automatically redirect me back to the invoice page, and then I'm back again on my personal invoice page. The first thing I'll do is fill out my personal information here. However, if you wish to postpone this step for now, you can always go to your Hostinger account settings later and update your information there. I'm going to leave this for now and proceed directly to click continue. After that, it began to present me with the payment options. It automatically chose the credit card option for me here. However, I also have the option to pay using PayPal. I'm going to make the payment right now using PayPal, and then we'll continue with the explanation together. After the payment transaction has been successfully completed, Hostinger automatically redirects me to this specific page to confirm that the payment process was indeed successful. After that, I'll be redirected to the website setup steps. So I'll access my dashboard by typing hostinger.com and pressing enter. Then I'll click on my account. This will immediately take me to my dashboard, and this is what it will look like. The first thing I'll look for is how to get the free domain, and I'll click on it. After that, I'll start typing the domain I want. I try my best to avoid any errors here because if a mistake occurs, you won't be able to change the domain again. After registering the domain, you'll see some options, including a question. Is this domain for a personal website or a company? So you choose according to your purpose for the site you're building, whether it's personal or for a company.
And in the end, you will need to input some of the information related to the domain.
So if the domain is intended for a personal website, you'll need to input your personal details. And if it's for a company, then you'll enter the company's specific information. As a final step, I'll navigate to my email inbox where I'll find two messages. Both of these messages are crucial for the verification process. The first message serves to verify my email address, confirming that I am indeed the owner of this specific email. The second message is to verify the domain itself, confirming that I have actually acquired this particular domain. So I'll click on the first message and then I'll click on the second message. In the first message, I'll find a link and click on it. And in the second message, I'll find a link and click on it. Whether this link is directly visible or if it's on a button that says check now. After that, I'll go back to the main WordPress page and click start over.
And after that, I'll proceed to choose some specific options for setting up WordPress. I'll then select WordPress and carefully enter all the required site credentials, such as the username and the password.
Then I select create blank site, and from here I choose the free domain that I obtained with my hosting. After that, I select the server's location, and it's always best if it's the closest one to you. Once that's done, we're finished and your WordPress site will begin installing itself on the server. Finally, it completes the installation and automatically takes you to the WordPress dashboard so you can start designing your very own website. And with that, we've learned how to book web hosting and how to install WordPress on it so we can begin designing our website. With this, we've completed the second lesson from the series of lessons for the WordPress Basics for Beginners course. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you can keep up with all the new lessons.